And WABC affiliate reporter Phil Tate joins me now from New York City with more. Phil, you're at the New School now, and the NYPD just made some arrests there. What's the latest?
The latest is those encampments are now being cleared out. That's after the NYPD swarmed two separate locations. Chief John Schell telling us about 43 arrests were made here at the New School. I want you all to take a look right now. This is where several students were this morning. We can see on the floor pillows, mattresses, airbeds. That's what we saw for the past couple of hours as there were about 60 students inside earlier this morning. I want to get straight to some video right now. This was chopper video overhead of the NYPD as they moved in with multiple vans pulling up outside with among dozens of officers with their protective gear on. As some protesters were even screaming at officers when we saw those arrests, as people were just being piled inside of a bus before they were taken away just moments later. The next step for them is to be processed. Students told us this morning they weren't leaving until their demands were met, as students call on these institutions to divest from Israeli-related entities. Now, similar scenes over at NYU as that encampment on the corridor was also being cleared out this morning. One professor told us that police had moved in around 6 a.m. Well, that's when many of those people on the corridor were sleeping before those arrests took place. Chief Schell says over at NYU they made 13 arrests there, and between both schools, a total of 56 people were taken into police custody. Now, important to note, the NYPD had moved in at the request of both of these universities and colleges. Also important to note, earlier this week at City College and Columbia University, that over 200 people had been arrested. Diane?
So, Phil, what are you watching for as the day goes on?
Yeah, well, as the day goes on, that front entrance of the New School has been completely shut off. NYPD officers are standing in front. Many students are just outside, many of them in disbelief that they can't just get inside to their school lobby. And of course, we'll be just watching this throughout the day. It's not only this building just to the right of me, but there's also that other location across the street where many students are just outside right now.
Phil Tate in New York City, thank you.